Y'all, I'm currently going back and forth with my best friend about what I wore on her birthday. May I remind you, she didn't say she didn't say the day of the party. I'm gonna just show y'all what I wore. This is what I wore. This is me. This is what I wore.
Guys don't even approach you anymore.
Excuse me, ma'am. How you doing?
Get away from me, you creep. Ooh. And ladies, what's up with this whole thug approach here? What's up, ma? Like, why can't men approach you respectfully anymore?
Grand Rising, Queen.
I hate to say this, but like, men, y'all are the problem. Y'all are the problem. Yes, women are the problem too, but if we're scaling it, y'all are more of the problem. And y'all can argue with me in the comments. I got time today. But like, as contrary to what we believe, and a lot of women think that like we're in control when we're dating and we set the tone, that's wrong. Men set the tone.
I think it's time for y'all to admit that the reason that the Black American identity isn't valid to most of you and you question us when we tell you we're from America is because the country we claim to be from is not majority Black.
Fellas, remember, if she giving you more headache than she got to go.
House clean before we get started. For those who have been rocking with me from day one, I appreciate the support. For those who may be new here, coming in or out the door from me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. Every bit of your engagement absolutely helps promote your boy into the YouTube algorithm. I thank y'all for the support. Now let's get to it. Drop the video. Let's go.
Y'all, I'm currently going back and forth with my best friend about what I wore on her birthday. May I remind you, she didn't say the day of the party. I'm gonna just show y'all what I wore. This is what I wore. This is me. This is what I wore. I mean, she said put that on. So that's what the fuck I did. She said put that on. So that's what I did. And this is what I wore. Period. Now, I'm not gonna put on here what she wore. I thought she looked cute. Simple. I thought she looked cute. I thought she did what needed to be done. Like, I don't know, like, she's mad at me because of what I wore on her birthday. She texted me basically saying, like, she don't think that it was right. I should have dressed down a little more. How everybody was, like, recording me while we was at the bars, walking up to me, saying I was pretty. And, yes, people was asking me if it was my birthday, but I wasn't even, like, what was I supposed to do? Like,
I think you knew exactly what you were doing. You showed up to your friend's birthday party. You showed up to the set, bopped up to the Supreme, to the max. And your friend probably, I mean, I'm sure Bop's running the same circle. So your friend probably is a Bop too. But you came there just to outshine her. And you know why I know you did this on purpose? Because when you went to tell us how, or describe to us how she was dressed, you were like, yeah, she was cute. You know, she did what she had to do. It wasn't a compliment. So if you knew she wasn't, gonna shine like you were shining, and I'm not saying you should have not dressed how you wanted to dress. It's a free country. You could dress how you want to dress. You could shine how you want to shine. But I think you're one of those frenemies, right? You knew what you were doing. You knew that you probably were going to outshine your friend. You're probably slightly more attractive than your friend. You already knew this. And you wanted to upstage her. A lot of times I hear women on social media say, I'm a girl's girl. I'm for girls first. When it comes to misandry and actually throwing men under the bus and hating on men. But when you remove men from the scenario, when you take men out of the situation and it's just them, they're just as hateful to one another as they are about men. So a lot of times they get on social media claiming to be girls. We're not nothing but frenemies. They're nothing but ops in disguise, waiting to clown each other, waiting to outshine each other. That's all this was. And she knew what she was doing. I ain't buying for a second that she didn't know she was going to outshine that girl or, come to the set looking 100 times better than her friend. She's just capping. She just wants someone to tell her she did nothing wrong when in fact she did something wrong. And her friend is even telling her she did something wrong. Now, do I think the friend is just as wrong? Yeah, I do. Because if you are intimidated by someone else's appearance, if you're intimidated that someone can outshine you when they put on clothes or they get dolled up, then maybe don't be friends with that person. I don't understand why women do this stuff anyhow. You're friends with women who you clearly have insecurities about. Stop being friends with women who you're intimidated by. Simple and plain. Let's go to the next one.
Guys won't even approach you anymore.
Excuse me, ma'am. How you doing?
Ugh, get away from me, you creep. Ooh. And ladies, what's up with this whole thug approach? Yo, what's up, ma? Like, why can't men approach you respectfully anymore?
Grand Rising, Queen.
Good reason, queen. Hey, what's up with you? Why would you rise up out my face, peasant? I mean, at this point, I'm just thinking about going to the other side.
Excuse me, ma'am. My phone just died. Do you have the time?
Ugh, I don't go that way.
Hilarious. I trust me, I know this is a skit, but it is hilarious. And it actually does point out something that's kind of true. You know, stereotypes exist for a reason. That you'll have all these women, they'll get on social media, right? And they'll have complaint after complaint after complaint. Men don't do this. Men don't approach. Men don't approach me like this. Men don't approach me like that. I'm going to the other side. And in actuality, they're just venting because they ain't going nowhere. They're not going to change any perspective they have. They're not going to change their type. They're not going to stop liking the guys that they're actually sexually attracted to. So they're just on social media venting, gaslighting, and trying to trigger other people to be miserable because they're miserable with their choices. But this skit actually highlights something that's real out here. People actually don't want to change how they approach the dating market, the dating sphere. They want to still go in with how they are, despite not getting the results they're looking for. They don't want to change anything up about their methodology and their approach to the dating market. They want others to adjust to them. And that's the problem. The guys that you actually like are not adjusting to you because they have options. And you don't want to change what you're attracted to because the guys that have options are the ones you're actually attracted to. That's it. That's the dating market. That's the piss in the pool.
I hate to say this, but like, men, y'all are the problem.
Really?
Y'all are the problem. Yes, women are the problem too, but if we're scaling it, y'all are more of the problem.
Got it.
And y'all can argue with me in the comments. I got time today. But like, as contrary to what we believe, and a lot of women think that like we're in control when we're dating and we set the tone, that's wrong. Men set the tone. They determine where the relationship is going to go from the jump. The men will determine if from dating it's going to go into a situationship, y'all just going to hook up, it's going to go into a relationship. A man will determine whether he's going to make you his wife or not. They are in control. So until men change their mindset and until men change and shift the dating culture, it's going to stay the same. Like, that's just the fact. And I know we see all these dating coaches, Sprinkle, and the other guy that I get all the time, the Daddy Academy. Like, the men are in control. You can do all the tips and tricks, but at the end of the day, the man has the final say. They have the upper hand when it comes to dating and relationships.
Look, I don't disagree with her, right? When we tell y'all this all the time, that men control access to relationships, women control access to sex, right? And a lot of times women give men pushback when we say this, but it's actually true, right? And I'll tell you the reasons why it's true. For one, women are being courted. They're not the courtee, right? Women want to be courted. They're not going to pursue men to court them, right? So at the end of the day, women do pick the man that they want to entertain in a courtship, a dating scenario. But women only control that aspect when it comes to getting them in the sheets. That's it. Once a woman makes a decision that she's attracted to this man, she's okay with him picking her to court. And then once the dating scenario starts, she actually controls up to a certain point his access. Now, once she gives him access, he then determines whether or not he's going to pursue a real relationship with intent with her or just going to have something casual. Now, here's where women still have control, right? This is what I tell women all the time. You set the parameters for how and when a man gets access, and you set that tone. You shouldn't give a man access until you get a commitment. And so if you're controlling when men get access through commitment, you're controlling the dating scenario to a certain point, which is the point you should be controlling. Now, once you enter into a different sphere of the dating scenario, men absolutely control when a woman gets in a relationship and when she's married. But if women set the tone and say, you cannot access me until a relationship is on the table, then we don't have this uneven kill of men solely controlling the relationship aspect. Then you have what's called um, reciprocity in that process, where both men and women are controlling the relationship aspect. The problem is women give over that control to men when they give men easy access to sex. If you're out here giving men access to sex before the relationship, if you're giving men babies before the marriage, if you're doing all these things ass backwardly, then yes, men are going to have more of the control because now you're giving him things that he didn't earn. You're giving him access to things that he didn't pay a premium for. And that's on women. But yes, I agree. Men control access to relationships and marriages. Women control access to courtships and sex. If women wasn't giving up so much of their power in the very beginning, they'll have more control.
I think it's time for y'all to admit that the reason that the Black American identity isn't valid to most of you and you question us when we tell you we're from America is because the country we claim to be from is not majority Black. I said what I said and I meant it. Because Haitians, Dominicans, and Jamaicans also came to their countries via the slave trade. But when you ask a Jamaican where they're from and they say Jamaica, you say okay. When you ask a Haitian where they're from and they say Haiti, you say okay. When you ask a Dominican where they're from and they say the Dominican Republic, you say okay. But when a Black American says I'm from America, you go, no, where are you really from? And the reason that is because our Blackness isn't valid to you because the country we're from isn't majority Black. And I know it must be jealousy because the fact that Black Americans are in a country where the majority doesn't look like us and we still manage to grow and thrive and build things for ourselves must make some of y'all sick. It must make you sick. But at the end of the day, that's not my problem. I am Black. I'm American. I came here via the slave trade and I'm proud to be an American. Sometimes.
Yeah, this diaspora stuff that we're entrenched in is solely based on people not respecting foundational Black Americans. And I don't know what else to tell y'all other than they don't respect us because, like she said, we don't live in a majority Black country. And newsflash, the countries that these people, Jamaicans and Haitians and Dominicans come from, are rife with problems. They're a majority of the time still third world. So I don't know where this lopsided respect comes from because Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, are the standard of Blackness when people all over the world think of Blackness. We are the standard. And I don't, and I really have to just boil it down to jealousy because, like she said, if a Jamaican sound from Jamaican, they don't question it. A Haitian can sound from Haiti, they don't question it. A Black person from Puerto Rico can sound from Puerto Rico and they don't question it. They're Afro-Latinos without question. If they come from Brazil, they're Afro-Brazilian without question. But us Black Americans always get, no, where are you really from? I'm from Alabama, bitch. That's where I'm really from. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. My family, my people have been here for 500 plus years. We're as authentically American as you are authentically Jamaican or authentically Haitian or authentically Afro-Brazilian or Afro-Puerto Rican or Afro-Cuban. We're here entrenched in this country through blood, sweat, and tears, just like all the rest of you in the diaspora or from your enslaved countries. Because all of us got off the boat. We just got off at different stops. We are here in America as Americans. We are staunchly American as if you are as staunchly entrenched in being a Jamaican. We are who we are. I'm from Alabama, born and raised. My family comes from here. You're not going to tell me, no, where am I really from? I'm from Alabama. And if you don't like it, I suggest you find someone else or someone else to play in or play with. Play in somebody else's face because foundational Black Americans, we're tired of this nonsense. We are American just like you're Jamaican. End of story. And if y'all can't accept who we are, but I tell you what, y'all accept everything else from us. Y'all absorb the hell out of our culture. You emulate us to a T, but you don't accept that we are from America and that we're as American as apple pie or baseball or football. We are authentic Americans. Nothing more, nothing else. And if everybody around the diaspora don't like it, don't fuck with us. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but that's how I feel about it.
Fellas, remember, if she giving you more headache than heads, she got to go. Too much women out here willing to suck it up and lick it up. Let a bitch roll out.
Auntie dropping facts. Look, fellas, if she's giving you more headaches, then you know what? You got to roll, man. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship. Just like I tell women, you don't have to be in any relationship you don't want to be in. I tell men the same thing. You don't have to be in any relationship you don't want to be in. If you cannot work it out and you've tried your best to work it out in a marriage or a relationship, don't be in it. I never advocate for ending marriages. I think marriages should be worked out until they can't be worked out. But if you're in a relationship and it's just not working before you even get to the marriage, then you got to let it end, man, because there are other fish in the sea. You can find someone else. I know. It's very hard out here in the dating market. Trust me, I've seen it. I know people who experience it all the time. I hear the stories. But if you know that you're a good, decent person, you have good character, you have good morals, values, and standards, you can find someone that matches you and gives you reciprocity. You don't have to deal with someone that's abusive. You don't have to deal with someone that's abrasive. You don't have to deal with someone that's interrupting your peace and happiness. You can find someone else, because at the end of the day, your peace, your stability, and your own happiness without someone interrupting it, because remember, I tell y'all, no one can make another person happy, but they can interrupt your happiness. As long as you know that that person doesn't have good intentions towards you, it's okay to end it. It's okay to move on. No one is going to fault or blame you for moving on to get something and secure something that's better and that suits you more. That's all I got, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. I'll see y'all in the credits. 2 fingers, peace. Enjoy your MLK Day. If you're with family members, live it up. If you're by yourself, man, look, you can still live it up. Toast the town by yourself. All right, catch y'all in the next one. I'm out of here. 2 fingers, peace. See y'all in the next one. Black Jesus.
You think that what we're fighting about is stupid. Just cause you don't agree don't mean it's stupid. Lately communication feels so useless. If we don't got that obsessive love, then what are we doing? I don't ask for much from you. It's like you don't got the time to lose. Made me feel like I'm a burden when I tell you how I'm hurting. No, you just say you're sorry to say you did. I ain't over it. So let me take my time and talk my shit until I'm